Good morning. Here we are. We made it my favorite day of the week. I mean, I love every day, but honestly, Casual Friday is my new jam. It was such a jam this morning that I even created a special intro for today. So I hope you liked it. It's very minutely different. It's almost like one of those things you remember in a dentist's office when you were a kid, where you had to look at one image, look at the other one, and spot the difference. I'll give you a hint. It's a steaming cup of coffee cam time. All right. Hey, it's Casual Friday. No news today. Let's just all hang out together, enjoy ourselves, chat about fun things, what's going on this weekend. But first of all, I want to tell y'all we have friends in town. They're actually sitting in the studio today listening to the show. So I have to be nice. Along with Laura Louise Lane, who says good morning. Good morning to you, Laura. Thanks for joining like 3 days in a row. That's amazing and greatly appreciated. Looking forward to saying good morning to the rest of you as you come on in. But back to the friends in town. So we have lots of plans with them this weekend. We're going to Cosecha. I always say this wrong, but here it is. Cosecha Farm to Table. There's their Facebook page. I've been there before. It's amazing. It's one of those hidden gems, I think, in the area. It's a farm to table restaurant, so you'll definitely want to check it out. Again, I don't monetize. I'm just talking about my weekend. But also what we got going on, we're going to the Members Appreciation Day out of the Botanical Garden. So my wife and I have been members for years now, and it's really great, and it's worth it. You can hike there and have an amazing day out there. So we're all going to go out there. They're having a really nice Members Appreciation Day. So that's pretty exciting as well. Good morning, Sly. Welcome back. What a run you're on. Thanks for being one of my most consistent viewers. I know Marine's coming any minute. Outside of that, here's my take on guests coming in town. So I think guests coming in town are amazing, especially these. They come from Mexico City, super awesome. But they also give you kind of this instant house, or in this case, studio checkup. So you get little things like, does your toilet flush enough? Will it really flush stuff down? Does your guest door code actually work? Is your building entry code, will they let us in? Is this sugar still good? So again, we don't use a lot of sugar. They use a little bit. Is the sugar? That's a great question. And of course, what's your guest Wi-Fi, and does it work? So all these things are great checkups because they come in and they knock it all out for us. And the rest of the year, everybody else who visits us has such an easy go of it. So love it. Thank you for the checkup. If I saw you at the Marina Market last night and you said hi back, love to see you. We also had dinner at Cristina. I don't know if you guys have been out there before. Very nice little restaurant. It's its second location. The main one's out in Guadalajara. This is the second one here in the Marina, and it's just a wonderful little spot. It kind of feels like something in Vegas, but in a good way. And I love Vegas, so everything's a good way. But what else can I say about the market? Well, when I go down, it's time for Challah Part 2. Can you see that? Thank you again, Mushkis. Good morning, Maureen. How are you? So he makes this challah, and it's kind of like, there's just too many puns involved. Like I'm making some bread from this show. Challah, the show's going well, but he keeps tossing me challah for free, and I keep writing him back and saying, Rabbi, you don't have to give me free challah. And he hollers back and says, it's not a problem at all. Like, I love giving it to you. I think he loves that I show it on the show. So if you get down to the Marina Market, stop by, check it out, give him a Shabbat Shalom. It's made with love. And of course, it's provided by Shabbat Puerto Vallarta. Thank you again for my week of carbohydrates. Keep me going in the gym, and I appreciate it. Okay, a few more good mornings. How y'all doing? And hey, I put a link to the Cosecha Farm to Table that I showed you. I put that right in the show notes. So if you haven't been up there and you're here right now, or you're coming to visit, go check it out. It's just this amazing little farm place. They've got animals, they've got a garden, all their produce comes from there. You're gonna love it. It's down a dirt road, which makes it kind of fun and very interesting as well. Okay, it's Casual Friday. If there's anything y'all want to talk about, throw it into the show notes. We can chat about that. We can definitely have a couple coffees together. All right, let's talk about something casual. So I noticed that Netflix is coming out with a new Frida Kahlo Diego show. This one is just in development right now, so they're going to dive into the chaotic and magnetic world of the Frida Kahlo Diego Rivera relationship. I've been to their house in Mexico City, and it really does outline their lives and their trials and tribulations and their love and their oddness and their normalness. But rather than rehashing all the usual tropes of what they call the dove and the elephant, directors Patricia Riggin and Gabriel Ripstein are promising a raw, transgressive look at their relationship that strips away all the polish and mystery, reveal just like their messy human reality. And trust me, it is messy. So it's going to really aim to balance like Frida's journey from a defiant young woman to a global icon, refuse just to be amused with Diego's struggle to maintain his creative genius amidst his crumbling personal life. All that true. You learn about in the house. It's kind of like one reviewer described it as a bomb wrapped in silk. Very interesting. So, hey, this is just currently in the writing phase right now. It hasn't started filming. You probably won't see it till like 2027. Hopefully it happens and nothing gets in the way of it, but I think it's going to be an interesting show. It's going to be on Netflix. They do a really great job. Yep, Marine, I love Frida too. I see you over there. So yeah, check it out. As I learn more about that show and what's coming up and what's going on with it, I'll be sure to let you all know as well. Before I move on, my gosh, I missed all my what I call blocking and tackling of the show. So I'm looking outside the studio this morning. I see a cruise ship, which is great. A little bit hazy, but not too bad this morning. It's a beautiful day in Puerto Vallarta. Looks like it's going to be a high of about 29 Celsius or 84 degrees today. Just another beautiful day in Vallarta. If you're not here, I wish you were. Maybe you wish you were too, but it's just been great. It's been wonderful. Once again, the world's quote unquote demise of Puerto Vallarta is definitely not happening. The market last night was very crowded. There was a lot of people here. When our friends landed, they flew in from Mexico City. They said that the airport was literally packed. It was crazy. And I drove there to pick them up, and I can confirm, yes, the airport was really, really packed. Let's have a cup of coffee and take a breath. So I feel like I'm zooming through the show this morning with my loud audience. Bless you, audience. Thank you. So with that, speaking of my audience, so remember I mentioned that Jerry and Anna were here, and she's awesome. She's lived around the world. She's lived in Argentina for a while. She's kind of this like sort of free, grounded spirit of the world and still has ties into the U.S. and super interesting. And I mentioned also Jerry, who was the producer guy. So I said, hey, producer guy, why don't you use some of that producer magic of yours and you recommend a TV show for today, and preferably one that myself or my audience maybe has never seen or heard. So here you go. This one is called Paradise. Now, I don't know anything about it other than this little write-up I pulled off of the internet, but they're telling me that it's a great show. It's super interesting. It's best to go in almost knowing nothing, so that's where we'll be. It is out there. The first season is completely bingeable. You guys can start it up, watch the whole first season, and you can get to about season, I think episode 5 is where they're at in this season. So Paradise, I'm going to read this as I pulled it here. So it's an exclusive high security community inhabited by the world's most powerful individuals. A shocking murder shatters the peace and thrusts a dedicated Secret Service agent to the center of a massive conspiracy. This one stars Sterling K. Brown, James Marsden, Juliana Nicholson, and it's promised to be a high-stakes thriller that follows the investigation into the president's death as protagonists fight to clear his name while unearthing secrets that threaten the foundation of their protected society. Ooh. Hopefully it doesn't say too much about it, but you can find that right now. I think it's on Hulu, which is a Disney Plus station, I think, and so if you're looking for something you can binge season 1 and get maybe halfway or so into season 2, this might be the show for you. His recommendations have all been really great. So I trust him. You should trust him too. Hey, Chandra, how are you? Oh, so your daughter and husband flew in. Great. Full plane from California. Love that. So the rumors of the 15 people planes coming in, maybe those are done for now. Obviously, there weren't rumors, but that was the truth for a bit. But glad to see things are picking up. It looks like it's going to be a plentiful and profitable, what do we call it now? End of season, summer break, whatever it's called. Gosh, I've been out of school too long to remember what things are called anymore. So that's good news. So going back to my weekend, I also know on my agenda, if you know my wife, you know there's an agenda. Good morning, Desiree. You know my wife, you know there's an agenda. The agenda also includes what we always have to do when my friends come in town. He's got a bit of a sweet tooth, which is amazing. So we always go to Fluffy's, and we go to the original one in Versailles. Have y'all been to Fluffy's? Super unique. Thank you. I am so techie. Well, yeah, you like my new comment board there and the hands up. Thank you for noticing. So Fluffy's is really cool because they serve Japanese pancakes. Having lived in Southeast Asia at one time, I've got kind of a fondness for this delicacy. We could find them there as well. But if you don't know what a Japanese pancake is, it's super light, it's super fluffy. It's more like a souffle. It can be a little sweet if you just get it plain the way I like it, or it can be a lot of sweet if you start adding like syrup and stuff to it. So we just like to go there. There's also one in Centro here. So again, when you come to Vallarta and you enjoy everything here, you're going to get those people that love to raise their hand and say, you should be eating only tacos. But you know, if you live here, you should eat everything, enjoy everything. And we're so fortunate to have a place that has such a diverse collection of restaurants. We have amazing Asian, we have got barbecue, we've got everything. So Fluffy's are going to give you pretty much that only taste of Japanese pancake in this town. And so check it out if you haven't been there. You can tell them I sent you, but they'll just probably look at you like you're crazy as they don't know me. But we will be there this morning. My wife has said, you need to be dressed as soon as this show is over because we got to get over there and get that Fluffy's. So we're definitely going to check it out. Uh-oh, there's Laura Louise Lane. You can tell by the last name that we're related. And I do love them when I kid. Our friends obviously are sitting right here, so they know that I'm just teasing. But it doesn't. It is crazy. They do have her favorite chilaquiles. Who would guess? Matt chiming in. Fluffy's is getting a lot of love this morning. Again, I don't monetize Fluffy's. You're getting all this good press for free. And if you meet our friends and you see us walking around, they don't look like these little like sugar craving flies. They're amazing. I swear to God, say hi to them. Again, because we lived in Merida with them, and we were kind of just living in this amazing little community, and we all left together and went there. And so they became a big topic of the show today, and they're loving it. I know they are. So definitely say hi to us, say hi to them. I poke fun because I love them and they're amazing. Okay, so moving on, man, Fluffy's, good morning, Melissa. Glad to see you on the show. I saw you last night at the market. Welcome to the show. Good to see you here as well, and Matt as well. All right, it's Casual Friday. I don't have much other casualness other than that, really. I think we could have another coffee together. Okay, Melissa, Matt, Laura, Desiree, Chandra, Maureen, Sly, grab your coffee cup. Cheers. Now listen, we've only got about 2 minutes left. And I got a comment about this cup a couple weeks ago. You see this? Okay, let me tell you about this cup. So this cup actually comes from the Federal Reserve. So this cup's gone through an interesting world. And then this is the end of the show. It started at the Federal Reserve. And they handed out very special cups. And every cup in there had to look like this at that time. And then it went from the Federal Reserve to Laura's relative's home because she worked at the Federal Reserve, brought it home. It became one of their hunt and fishing cups. And then that cup, I saw it when I was down there and they let me drink out of it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love those cups. And instantly, if you're from the South, you know there's something called bless your heart moments. They were like, bless your heart. You should just take all those cups. Bless your heart isn't always an enduring comment, but in this case, it really was. I think the husband was very happy to get rid of these cups. I think they were both like, what do we do with these things? And so they've made it all the way to Mexico and originated in the Federal Reserve. There's your useless story of the day from me. All right, that's it. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Thank you for chiming in on the updates, and glad you're coming down. That's amazing. So thank you, everybody, for chiming in. We're about out of time. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I hope you found it fun and funny. And again, if you see us out and about, say hi, shake my hand, do whatever you need to. Love to see you guys. And bless my heart. I see the bless your hearts coming in. Again, if you're from the South, or if you're not from the South, look it up. Bless your heart. I get a lot when I'm visiting Laura's relatives, and it ain't always positive, but it's pretty funny. But that's it for Casual Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be back to our normal self on Mondays, and not quite so snarky, I promise you. But we all had fun today, and I'll see you guys soon. And yes, certainly, yes, I love when my own wife is blessing my heart. Thank you, Laura. Okay, bye, y'all. Have an amazing weekend. I would love to hear about your weekend on Monday as well. So bring some good stories. Let's have one last coffee. And that's it. Have a great one, y'all. Bye.